Good morning everyone, I'm the Viking Carper. If you've found your way to this channel, you're probably just expecting a load of videos about trying to catch carp, some tutorials, me trying to teach you how to be better at fishing, but it's really not about that. I am not qualified to try and teach somebody else to be better at carp fishing. There are plenty of people out there to do that. Compared to a lot of you out there, and hopefully a lot of you that may go on to watch this, I'm quite an infant in the carp fishing world. What I want to do is something a little different. I want to document the memories and the life of me on the bank. And if people want to come along on that journey with me, then fantastic. But really, I just wanted to come on today to answer two questions before this moves forward. The first one of those questions is, why do I fish? I have a lot of friends who don't fish and they can't understand the excitement you can get from it. They think it's a little boring, sitting out there for a whole weekend with 10 minutes of action potentially across a 48-hour period, and how do I keep myself entertained? And I think that's what's the most important thing about what I'm about to do is, for me, carp fishing isn't always about catching a carp. That's the result. That's the bit that gives you the buzz to come back time after time. But actually, fishing for me is something a little different. It's that time to relax. It's the time to reset, not have to worry about the bills, not have to worry about where I'm going to work on Monday, and not having to worry about all of the other stresses that we have in life. It's a time to sit back, enjoy the lake and all the natural sounds that it has to offer, work it out, try and unlock it, but have that hope. And that's the big word for me, is hope. The hope and the anticipation of what the lake's going to bring. Those times when you're sat there staring at your rods, willing them to go off. It's a feeling that I've never been able to replicate anywhere else. I didn't start out as a child like a lot of these people angling. I had a few odd sessions on a float rod when I was in my early teens maybe, and then fishing sort of disappeared for me. I spent a couple of days on the bank with friends who fished in my early 20s, enjoyed it, knew that it could be a thing, but the time wasn't quite right. And my son is a huge carp angler, absolutely loves it, and has always loved fishing in general. And my wife taught him, and my father-in-law as well, his granddad, really sort of took him out quite a lot when he was young. And my wife said to me, it's about time that you took him. And I said, okay, but once I go, this will go into a big hobby that will then turn into a way of life, and that'll be it. She said that was fine, and here we are. I do think it's a way of life, and she supported me the whole way. She absolutely loves that I've got a hobby like this, and I think that's quite important as well, for you to be able to spend the time on the bank that you want to. The family's got to understand that it's something that you want to do, and we have a great family life, so that's one thing. But when I look back at some of the stories about what keeps me coming back every single time to fish, it isn't the carp I caught. It's the carp I want to catch next time. It's the lake that I've found that's made me excited to fish again, and that will probably lead me quite nicely into where we go from here, and that's a new campaign. I've fished a lot over the last few years in different places, day ticket waters, club lakes, and I stumbled across a lake a couple of months ago that's not too far away from me, and that's the Foxearth Fisheries. And I turned up and instantly felt at home. It is a beautiful little lake, about 2.5 acres in size, and it's exactly where I'd like to fish. And I thought, let's give this one a go and see how we get on. And by halfway through the first session, I knew that I was hooked at this place. It had reignited everything that I knew that I loved about fishing and more. The real buzz was back, not that it had ever gone, but a new fresh excitement. And I've had a couple of sessions on there now, and I'm going to sort of loop some photos over. But the reason I've decided to fish now, which was question number 2 that I wanted to answer, is why are you going to document it now? The reason is I got home from my last session on this place and looked through some of the photos of the fish I'd caught, which I'll post up as we go through here, and decided that it wasn't enough just to have a few photos on my phone. I felt I was missing something. The memories that I'd created while I was there, the exciting feeling I had while I was there, and I felt like my trip deserved more. And I decided that actually what I want to do next is a diary, a video diary of all my time on the bank and exactly how I felt, and try and recapture that, so that I can look back at these videos that I'm going to make in years to come and think, wow, that was brilliant. And rather than a paper diary, which seems to be a thing of the past now that we have YouTube and we have all these other social media platforms to document, I want the future me of 20, 30 years to be able to look back and really remember the great times I had on any lake, really, but starting here. It's a beautiful lake with some absolutely stunning carp. I've been lucky enough so far to catch 7 of them, all beautiful. And it made me think, what else is in there? So now what I'm going to be doing moving forward is a video of every session that I go on. What worked well, what didn't work well, what I think I can do better next time. I will run you through some of the rigs I'm using, some of the tactics I'm using. If they can help you in your own fishing, great. If not, it'll be something for me to look back at and think, if I'd have done that different, maybe something different would have happened. I think sometimes you can get back from a session and analyse it and realise that you did make a few mistakes. And if I've got this footage here to really do that, then I think that would be a good thing for my own angling. And if it can help anybody else, then great. So just to summarise, and if you have watched all of this, thanks for listening to me ramble. But the next episode you will see will be my first true session, fully documented on the bank. That'll be next weekend. We're on Thursday now, and next Friday is the next time I'm going out. I'm taking my son with me. We've got 48 hours over there, hoping to get some real good footage and launch video 1 of a campaign that hopefully will never end. So I look forward to seeing you next time, and for now, I'm the Viking Carper.